doing too good today, man. You could probably tell by looking at me. All right. All right. What's going on, Justin? First again, huh? Do I look as bad as I feel? Do I look as bad as I feel right now? Who else we got here? Oh, man. Comments working? There we go. Jose, what up, man? I don't know why it keeps doing that with the comments. You guys already know what it is, man. Starting a little early today. Not going to be a hour-long live stream like usual. It's, any of you guys that watch my videos could probably tell I feel like complete dog crap right now. Yeah, what's up, MRC Builds? Dante, what's up, man? Dude, Jose, I don't know, man. I was out here this morning working on the 350X, bro, and then like 12 o'clock, man, it was just, I don't know what happened, man, but I don't want to say too much on here, but I was sitting holding a bucket, filling the rest. You know what I'm saying? All right, Emily. But our guest tonight, guys, we got Ryan Winters from Winters Machining. It's good to have people like Ryan in the community, man, where, you know, there's some parts that you just can't get anymore, and you need to have somebody machine them. You know, there's just stuff you just can't find, and buying used parts from somebody is hit or miss. You know, stuff always looks good in pictures, and you know. Yeah, Jose, I'm not doing too good, bro. I'm literally soaked in sweat right now, man. Drinking water. I'm usually drinking coffee. If you see me drinking water, something's wrong. It doesn't sound right. You should drink water, but you know. So Ryan will be joining us at 8:30, guys. I didn't want to just leave the waiting room up and leave you guys sitting around. Steve, what up, man? What's going on? Yeah, bro, a few hours ago, I was like, dude, there's no way I'm doing Quad Talk Live tonight. There is no way. Yeah, Emily, you already know what I want. Thank you. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad, but you know what they say, the show must go on. So everything was going good this morning, man. Got my 350X caliper. Yeah, you're seeing that shine. Yeah, that's right. All built, brand new, everything in it. So, you know, I was about to start doing the next one, the front caliper, and nope. Something was like, nope, you ain't working today, bruh. Go to bed. Justin was sick last Thursday and Friday. Yeah, it sucks, man. Not much. Long day. I worked in the rain. Hey, you know, it happens, bro. You know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You know, time we got here. Yeah, Jose. It really did come out good, man. I got a whole new Paul. What up, man? I got a whole new powder coating system. I stopped using the Harbor Freight jobby. I went with the Eastwood dual voltage gun, and it's way better, man. The stuff actually sticks to it. There's like minimal waste. Worked out great, man. I'm actually excited to powder coat now. With the Harbor Freight gun, it was like, damn, man, I got to use this Harbor Freight crap. You know, like it came out all right. You can get decent results with it, but the negative charge with the Harbor Freight gun is no comparison to the Eastwood dual voltage gun. And the Eastwood gun is only like $130. Like it's like $30 more than the Harbor Freight. Like had I have known that, I wouldn't even bought that. But that thing ain't good for nothing. Maybe small, like tiny parts it's good for. Yeah, the Eastwood's good, Jose. It's really good. I'll probably use it in my next video, man. I've been super busy, guys. I couldn't even. There's really nothing to film, man. You know, I've done brake calipers before, so I gotta. There's a few things I got coming up. The front forks, I got the parts for that. Southeast Vintage Cycle, what's up, Pat? I got the forks to rebuild. I still got the front caliper to rebuild. I mean, rear caliper on the 350X is no different than a 400X rear caliper. It's the same stuff, man. You know, I built a 250R caliper on the channel before, so like stuff like that I can whip through and just have ready. You know, so next time you guys see it, you guys can see it back there. She's just chilling right now. So, how many of you guys seen the community post with the box? Who's got guesses on what's in the box? The big box. It's about, I'll give you a hint, it's about 40 kilos. Do the math. 96 pounds. So, you guys take a stab at that and let me know what you think. Little hint. Might be having a guess that has something to do with that tonight. There's another hint for you. You might have to think a little different. What's up with the 465? Show me the box, bro. I think we'll wait a little bit, Jose. I think we'll wait a little bit. And the 465 is just sitting in the shed. I gotta pull it in and finish it, man. It's like 90% done. It's like 90% done. I think I'm gonna have to just lose those blow up doll. Yes, yeah. You know I like them at 40 kilos, LSR. You know that, Constantinos. Moto? No. I saw that big ass box, a frame of something. No. I'll give you a hint, bro. I'm upgrading my tool skills. I'm upgrading my skills. You know? So, you guys will see it soon. Maybe I'll show it to you. It's still in the box, though. So, you know, I was all excited for it to get here, and I can't even... feeling like crap tonight, guys. But the show must go on, as they say. You know? Yeah, of course you know what it is, Emily. Jose, a welder? No. Nope. I bet you MRC could probably guess what it is, and I didn't even tell him what it is, if he saw the community post. Come on, guys. Come on now. A welder? Yeah, no welder, bro. Steve the Canadian. Are you much of a fabricator or more of a restorer? I am still new to the channel. I like to do both. John Mann, very close. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, damn, bro. I'm like, I don't even know how I'm sitting here doing this right now, bro. But if you guys could hit them thumbs ups, that might make me feel a little better. This shit is killing me right now. Engine stand. No, I already got 2 of those, Justin. Vapor hone. No, but I did build mine. Mine is in the garage now. It's built. I had to get different glass beads for it. They were too fine. They were just too fine. It wasn't doing anything to the aluminum, so I had to go up in grit, or well, down in grit. Yeah. Boring bar? No. Nope. There's one of those around the corner. It's called Mayo's. It's a very boring bar. 3D printer? No. See, Constantinos, that's where I draw the line, bro. I'm not going to get into all that with like CAD and all that stuff. Like, you guys want to see 3D printers? Go watch Grind Hard Plumbing, which I also like. That wasn't a. What are we trying to guess here? What came in the box, Michael? What came in the box that I put on my community post? Yes, you may leave and go look and come back. Obviously. Flow bench? No. You keep guessing, Justin. We got a couple more minutes to kill here, bro. I took another guess. Look up. Okay. All right. I'm looking up. I don't see your guess up here, bro. Something to with Pat. No, I told you guys about that. I got the new Eastwood powder coat gun. I got that here. Media blaster. Now I have a sandblaster and a vapor hone in the garage now. I built my vapor hone finally. There you go. Derek Riccardi. Or Ricciardi? Ricciardi? Sorry, guys. Yes, I got a mini lathe, guys. And I know the reviews aren't that great if you use them for steel. I didn't get it to use it for steel. I got it to use it for Delrin and aluminum. That's it. I mean, for some of the prices of some of the bushings for the 350X, if I were to buy all those bushings, it's cheaper for me to buy the tools and have the tools to make the stuff myself. You know what I mean? That's how I am. Yes, I like to restore stuff. Yes, I like to fabricate stuff. Jose, we already have a press here, bro. I barely ever use it. It's always in the way. You know? It's back there, covered in spray paint that I was Scotch-Brite wheeling off of something that somebody spray painted. Very good. I'm sure half of that went in my lungs. You guys working in the garage, man, definitely get yourself a mask or a respirator or something, man. Don't think you're none of us here are 17 still. You know what I mean? Or it doesn't matter. But let's see here what time we got. Nice. That was my next guess because I got one a while ago. A lathe full size. Okay. Yeah, I would like to get a full size one, but I can't. I can't. I don't have the space for it, man. I don't have the space for a large one. Yes, please hit them likes, guys. Hit them likes, man. I feel like I'm melting in my own skin right now. Imagine that. I feel like straight crap, guys. I don't know what the hell happened today to me. I was doing great this morning, and it was just like, poof! Like somebody just knocked me out. Yeah, Bridgeport's very good, Paul. I'd like a Bridgeport. I'd like a Bridgeport mill, but like it comes back down to size. Ain't got the room for it. But some of us that don't have the space don't need to buy large stuff like this. We got people like our guest tonight, Mr. Winters from Winters Machining. So should be here in a couple minutes. What do we got here? I'll be here in about 2 minutes, guys. Don't have space for a large one. That's what she said. Yeah. No, it's probably not what she said, Mike. It's probably not what she said. Don't let her lie to you. She's got room for it. Don't let her lie. She's got room for a big mill. You know what I'm saying? You got room. Unfortunately, my garage will not stretch a mile before it rips an inch, though. So, I can't take credit for that saying. That's my father. Flow bug going. Flu bug going around in Tennessee. Yeah, I guess it's going around everywhere, man. I don't know. It doesn't feel like the flu, bro. It doesn't feel like the flu. I think I ate something bad last night. I don't know. I think I ate something like bad, but it is what it is, man. I feel like Austin Powers with the evacuation complete. Yeah, it just doesn't feel complete yet. I feel like dog crap. I would like a big separate garage shop. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I don't have space for a lot of machinery at all. More so, still easier and cheaper to buy prefabricated parts. But one day, yeah, absolutely, Steve. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I feel you on that. One day I'll have a nice shop, man. One day I'll have a nice, 40 by 60 or something, But those are goals for later on. I can't even put one here where I live. I don't have the space for it, man. We're on well water and septic tank here, so half the yard is taken up by the leach field. Just doesn't, won't accommodate it. Yeah. I think so, Emily. I think so. Either that or that Chinese food I had. That was like the worst Chinese food I ever had in my life. Exactly. Yeah, that's how it goes, Jose. Just Carl Film Lasers. Yeah. What's the update on the 350X? Let's see the progress. It's back there, man. You guys, I'll be pulling a video out this week, so you guys will get to see everything. Ryan.
Yo.
What's up,
man?
What up, man?
What's happening?
Talk live.
Yeah. Glad to be on here, man. Appreciate the invite.
Yeah. So, guys, I met Ryan through a Facebook group, and he was looking for a certain part, and I'm always looking for parts. So, send you some stuff. I might need something late. You know what I mean? That's how it works, man. That's how you guys network and make friends, and then I like to bring you guys. Yeah, I like to bring whoever to you guys so you can see what's out there, man. There's options for stuff that you can't get anymore. You can still get the stuff. It's just custom.
Yeah,
but
I get that a lot. I get that a lot. A lot of weird little parts. That's kind of what got me into the vintage three-wheeler stuff was, I grew up running three-wheelers, owning them, and I could never fix them because parts were hard to come by even 15 years ago. And I got into machining, and then it was like, hey, I could do some of this stuff on the side for some of the bikes that I own.
Absolutely.
And that's really how I got into it,
Turned into a business. So,
yeah.
Ryan, before we go through my standard line of questioning and stuff like that, we'll talk about some quads in a minute. You want to let everybody see what type of machinery you're working with and what type of quads you make?
I could do a little walk around. Let me see here.
I want to see it, man.
All right, it ain't too big, but see, I got all the phase converters set up on the wall for the three-phase. For you guys who want to build a shop in your garage, man, this is it. It's a 20 by 30, but
okay.
I got both machines in here.
Okay.
Actually, today I was
What kind
setting
of
up
power do
the
those pull, man?
really not bad, man. My electric bill's like I want to say somewhere between 300 and 400 a month, and the shop's heated and also air conditioned, so it's not
Okay.
nothing crazy. Yeah, yeah, I would say it's affordable. Here's the
Yeah.
milling machine. Yep.
Yeah, that's a big girl there, huh? What's that, a 3-axis or?
Yeah, 3 axis. Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely sweet, dude.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's a bunch of the parts of that I make here.
okay. Okay.
So these are Yamaha blaster covers. So just all sorts of stuff. Little KTM parts, Suzuki parts. Got some Jeep Willys. This is the type of stuff that it all slides together, slip fit. It's all
Yeah.
intake stuff. Got a
Okay.
bunch of the Goki gears, the fork caps you all know about. I got a bunch of other samples for Goki gears. So it's kind of all over the place. I think a lot of our main bread and butter is not just job shop stuff, but we got the V bands for all the purge plug welding. It's just a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
It kind of takes over. You know what I mean? Before you know it, it's been a year and 2 years, and you're like, oh my gosh, I just want to make trike parts too. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure you get questions. Those fork tube caps, you can't even buy those new anymore, right?
now you can't, man. I've
That's what
checked.
it is.
I've checked. So
Yeah.
I got everybody to send samples, and I was able to come up with something that was beautiful and also affordable. So it wasn't.
All right. Um, One thing I wanted to ask you, Ryan, I've been getting a lot of questions from a few of my viewers.
Yeah.
Suzuki LT250R clutch baskets. Can't get
Okay.
them. They only make them in
Now
England. Yeah, you can get one brand out of England.
hmm.
Nobody in the States makes them whatsoever.
You would think Hinton or Barnett or one of these companies would do something, but
Nope.
I'll be honest. Something that not a lot of people know about. Our main bread and butter is Suzuki Intruder clutch springs. Nobody makes them. The clutches on every one of them slip.
Hmm.
So I went ahead and made, something with a little bit of a higher tensile strength. It's a little bit
Okay.
harder to pull, but it's a hydraulic clutch. You'll never notice something like that. And you would think these little clutch springs, man, $8, $9, $10 springs. It's amazing how many of them we sell
Yeah, I
for the
bet.
problem that they have. But
I bet. I'm sure that gives it a hell of
yeah,
a lot more grip.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. Nobody makes a basket for something like that. Something I
You
can
would think.
definitely take a look at. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Like,
problem is I don't know too many people that have the 250R stuff, the LT 250 stuff. I mean, I know one guy, but I did see your bike, man. That's a nice bike too.
you know, two people now.
It's
You know,
exactly.
two people now. I will.
Yeah, I used to have a
I will gut
Quadzilla
that
Power
thing.
Wheels.
I will gut that thing for new parts, bro. Believe me.
Yeah,
There's nothing else I could do with the bike on my channel, man. Like I love the bike, but it's like how
yeah,
many times can I go make a riding video riding the same quad? Like it never breaks. It never
yeah.
breaks. I've never had a problem with that
That's
quad, dude.
that's it. It's the repair videos. I can't tell you how many hours of repair videos I've watched.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of stuff out there if you want to quench your appetite out there, and you know,
Yeah, I'd love to. I'll have to stop over. You're not far, man. It's very
yeah,
tempting for me to swing over on a weekend coming up here and take a look at some of the stuff you have. I can bring a little bit of my equipment and maybe measure a couple things and go from there.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. I have an RM 250 basket, and it's very close to the LT 250, but it's a little taller on the fingers, just a little taller, so it won't
Okay.
work with the 250R clutch cover. So
Right.
there's yeah, dude. If you want to get into making some other stuff, man, I got TRX 250Rs, ATC
Yeah.
250Rs,
Yeah.
350Xs, LTs. I got bikes that none of my viewers even know about yet because I got to save stuff up for content for later. But
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
man.
I'm not feeling myself today, Ryan. I was out here
I
working this
know.
morning, man.
I was watching live, so
Oh man, I got this done this morning, and I think you saw
I
it on
saw
Facebook.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I sure did, man. I
and
said,
bro, I
"Oh,
just get
baby."
downhill from there, man. I was like, damn,
Yep.
bro. I'm out here on a roll, making shit, getting stuff done, and somebody was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, go to bed. What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see here. Steve says, nice shop. Michael says, holy crap, this is some serious machining and tooling equipment. Steve the Canadian
Yeah, if
says,
you guys,
huh?
here, I'll give you a little bit more of an option here. This is second gen Kawasaki fork caps I'm working on. I just started those. They should also kind of intermingle with the second gen ATC 250R fork caps.
Okay.
I saw a little bit of a difference in the O-ring, but that's something I'm going to figure out as we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to see, I don't know if these guys are into. Actually, here's some of the tooling I make for wood lathe companies. These are standoffs for steady rests.
Okay.
I make all sorts of stuff. Here's some aircraft stuff. These are all drive shaft components that I have to make.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it gets the three-wheeler stuff's like it's fun, but a lot of the bread and butter becomes some of the crazier things. You know what I mean? If lots of intricacy.
Yeah, I bet.
You know,
I bet.
these are some FL 250 parts.
Okay.
You know, all sorts of stuff, man.
Yeah.
These are also wood lathe parts. These go on steady rests and centers for wood lathes. So yeah, I mean, dude, it's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything. You'd be surprised. Some months it's Volkswagen parts. The next couple months it's Yamaha parts, and you know, it just keeps flowing. It keeps flowing.
Yeah. Doc Team Blacks Off Road says, Ryan, do you have a channel or a website?
I do have a website. It's wintersmachining.com. You can catch all the products and stuff like that over there. I do have like a small YouTube channel, but I don't really post anything machine related. I would love to. I just find myself working nonstop instead of being like, hey, let me film this. You know what I mean? So
10 times longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Take 10 times longer.
So,
yeah, that's a nice setup, dude. That's a nice setup, man. I'd love to be able to make my own stuff. Oh, you got Takati, huh?
Yeah, I pulled it apart for some maintenance for the winter, and then I discovered the previous owner put this back together, and I'm not really into that. So
yeah, that looks good.
No, it's not a bad. I mean, it was a runner, man. I took it up to Anthracite and went riding in the coal mines a couple times, and I figured, you know what I mean. Let's tear it down and go over it. So
84, Ryan?
85, got an 84 motor in it, but I got the spare motor here as well. So here's like the jug. It's KX 250 jug. So that's what I'll be using.
That's the Kips system or something, or was that next to 86?
The 86, 87 was Kips. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, which
I don't know much about Kawasaki's.
Yeah, I had like a KX 500 motor in one of these growing up, and I never got it to run right because I was just a silly kid. You know what I mean? I didn't have the means, and now it's like they say, you turn that hobby into a way to make a living, and
yeah, and then you'll never work a day in your life or something. They say, right?
Well, they say that, and then I find myself out here 14 hours a day living my hobby.
Working, yeah.
So, yeah.
I hear you, man. So, what else can you mill and lathe with those machines? Delrin, aluminum, obviously aluminum, steel.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, here, before I sit back down, I'll show you. I just got done some customer parts. So, you know, here's these are all Delrin bushings. So these actually go on Yamahas, and so I make these tons of these. I make all sorts of snorkel caps. These are for HPM Power Sports.
Okay.
So I do lots of 3D printing here. I do racket prototypes. People send me stuff all the time, and they're like, speaking of Kips, let me see, where is that? There you go. Here's a governor arm for a later model with the Kips engine, and this goes over the power valve assembly on a Kawasaki. So it's just stuff like that that I'm just trying to save and preserve. You know what I mean? It's little things that you can't get anymore, and I really enjoy doing it. You know, here's some stuff I make for Off-Road Innovation. These are samples that were 3D printed here. These are
Okay.
T4 covers, Takati T4 stuff. So
Okay. All right.
yeah, yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. It's all we do engravings as well. So if you guys ever want anything,
Okay. Damn, bro. I guess you could technically you could make a set of cases over there then, huh?
yeah, I'm actually working on that. Here's
Blaster.
some of the Yamaha stuff. Yep, blaster stuff. I make all like the knurled plugs.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's got to be satisfying to make that stuff, man.
I got to tell you, man, it's very satisfying. I think
Yeah,
that's the
I'm
best
sure
part of
it is,
this.
man. I wish I had more
That,
room, dude. I always wanted to get into that, man. I would love to have you set me free for a day in there. I
dude,
would
come
love
on
to.
by, man. Anytime. You'd be
Yeah,
surprised
I'm
how
all
many
about
people
that.
stop by and I end up talking them into doing something. You know, it's just a project or something that can help them. So
Yeah,
it's strange, you know. It's you end up networking with everybody that way, and it's definitely um, I would say it's a lot of who you know and not what you know when it comes to stuff, because you start learning along the way and you start doing things trial by error, and you know how it is. It's
yeah, yeah.
you know, you got to figure this
Absolutely.
stuff out.
We got a good question down here in the comments. Says, do the customers provide you with the blueprints, then you make the part, or do you draft those blueprints yourself?
I actually do it all myself. Sometimes customers will send prints. I get quotations like, here's stuff that I can draft. You know, I make all sorts of things for other customers. Um, a lot of my bread and butter used to be gears. I kind of got away from that. Like I said, here's the gear that you saw on the wall.
Yeah,
So, you know, all sorts of things. These are feet for drones and stuff like that. So, you know, I get into all sorts of things, man. Um,
cool.
but yeah, all of it's made right here. You know, I can go through all this. I make everything right here myself, and it's been a lot of hours of trying to figure things out and many beers. You know, you're sitting here going, I cannot get this to work, and I'm like, I'm on the hook for a $400 job here, and I'm trying to. So there's days where it's tough,
Yeah,
but nah, man, I
yeah.
would never trade it for anything. It's
Yeah, and
great.
then you're burning through material and stuff too, right?
Oh, dude, I've got quite a material stash that there's times where I'm like, I just wake up and I'm like, I had an epiphany and I just want to make this part and I know how to make it work and I just got to bring it to life now, you know. So
So
yeah, it's
did you have a background in this stuff, Ryan, or did you just like one day you were like, I'm buying all this?
um it's kind of a long story. I got into trouble as a kid. Um,
Me too. A lot.
yeah, I got into a lot of trouble. I spent some time in lockup, and
Me too.
when I met my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, her father was a machinist, and he kind of took me in and said, "Listen, you know, I want to bring you in. You're a smart guy. Let's teach you this stuff." Within a year, I was helping him run the entire half of the shop. So once I kind of maxed out there and felt like I couldn't grow anymore, I went into another machine shop, but it was a different sort of industry. I went from pump parts and stuff like that and check valves into making just gears and output shafts. And that's where I had a lot of freedom to kind of do side jobs, and my boss was really cool. And it was a very freeing place to work. You know, you
Yeah.
could bring your ideas to life and people listen to you. So it was nice. And that's kind of what helped me flourish. And the owner of that business ended up selling it. And when I said, hey, you know, I'm not agreeing with this new guy, I think I can do this better, he kind of talked me into, hey, why don't you buy some used equipment? And I think you can do this, man. You were a great employee and you were good at it. So it kind of pumped me up in a way,
Yeah.
because it's scary to say, hey, I'm going to spend $50,000 on some equipment and I'm going to start doing this in my garage. And
Mhm.
you know, at the time it was everything I had. So we put it into it, and that was in 2018. So
All
here
right.
we are. Yeah, so it's
Cool.
been a little bit.
That's cool, bro. I like
Yeah,
hearing a story like that. I shouldn't even be here myself if people knew my backstory. I shouldn't even be here.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
leave it at that.
Some of the
But
best people I know are like that, you know?
yeah, I mean, bro, it's quads and stuff actually, I guess, kind of. It might sound corny, but kind of saved my life. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's weird, bro.
100%, man. Yep.
You would never know. I couldn't even explain it to you guys if you don't already know. You'd have to have done it, which I don't recommend, and then get out of it like that. But no, that's cool, man. But
Yeah.
well, I have a standard line of questioning I normally do, Ryan,
All
on
right.
Quad Talk Live. So, first question is, how old were you when you first started riding, and what was it?
I was 9 years old, and it was a 1999 Suzuki DS80, the dual sport with the headlight, but it was two-stroke, self-injected. It was
Okay.
smaller than an RM. You know what I mean? It was kind of like a big Pee-wee almost.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, dude, great bike. I had it till I was 18.
Damn, an 80? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep.
Let me ask you this one. Money, money, no object build. Money, no object. Could be anything. I mean, it's Quad Talk Live, so it'd be cool to stick with that. But money, no object. All of a sudden you got $1 million tomorrow. What's the first thing you're building? What are you building?
Oh man, I never actually thought about that.
With a KX 500 motor in it?
I was gonna say probably I would probably get a Panthera set up and put that in something and see what it's about. I've always wanted to do that. I've been
Okay.
checking out their motors. They make that 600 that's based off the CR 500.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's actually like a 560 cc, but it's 600 or whatever. It's a big bore.
Yeah.
Um, and they have like e-start options and EFI and a couple other things. So
Okay. All right.
yeah,
I think
I always wanted to grab one of them. I got tons of Banshees. I have tons of that stuff. I just want to get something. I really kind of intrigued a little bit by this newer technology, and I want to see. I've been intrigued with the E-Star stuff because of the Goki, so I really like what them guys are doing. But
yeah.
I honestly have no experience with running their stuff. But
Okay. All right.
if
Well,
I
I mean,
had a lot of money, I'd buy one of them Tiger 500s. I would.
the
There's a guy
Rotax.
local to me that has, yes, he's got five of them. There's a guy local over here that has five of them.
Well, you need
And,
5.
well, I agree. You might need
Yeah.
6.
Fuck it. Yeah, you need them all. They're
Yeah,
hard to come by,
yeah.
dude. The Tigers.
I've never seen one. I see the 80s around, but I've never seen any of them in person. So,
The
yeah,
only
if
two
money was no object,
manufacturers.
I'd probably buy a couple of them, to be honest, because everything else is pretty available compared to that.
Well, I guess you don't have to worry about finding parts, huh?
Yeah, no, it's exactly why I want
Yeah,
them.
no problem, bro. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, AK Luke, what up, man? I see you down there. So these usually go like an hour, Ryan. I literally feel like I'm melting because of
Yeah,
just how.
man, dude. It's all
Let's
good, man.
you mind opening up the comment section a little bit here? Maybe answer
Yeah,
a couple
let's do it.
questions.
Let's
Guys, go
do it.
ahead. If you type
I
something before, just retype it. It's a
I
little
um
confusing.
I
Steve the Canadian.
agree. I agree there with Michael where he says not being able to find the part, and I come right in here and guess what? I turn that lathe
Yeah,
on and I start turning, man, because there's been
yeah,
times where I'm doing work and I'm like I even pull up Partzilla and I get the manuals out and I'm going, dude, I'm missing the thrust washer. Oh boy. And it's like I have a small heat treating oven here, so I can do all that. And I'm just like, I'm just thankful for that. And it makes doing all these builds and stuff easy, but finding the time, Steve the Canadian's right. Finding the time's pretty hard.
yeah. I bet, man. Steve the Canadian
Yeah.
also says, "Have you guys ever heard of the Taurus trike from Ontario? Only like
Uh
600 made."
yeah, I think I saw them and they were kind of they were more steered kind of around like a Briggs and Stratton style engine. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought it was like a belt drive system.
Mm.
Um, like more of a utility kind of smaller bike.
With a
But I could
oil
be wrong. I
splasher on
don't
the
know.
bottom of the crank or something. Like a
Yeah,
perfect
yeah. I
splasher.
like I see guys getting them and they replace them with those Harbor Freight engines. So something similar to that. You know what I mean? That kind of setup.
All right. All right. All right. Doc Team Wax got to go. He says, "All right, bro. See you next time." Seems like everybody was talking before. Nobody wants to drop no comments now. This is super sick, bro. Endless possibilities.
I see one here. Steve the Canadian. I guess this goes back to Michael was saying something. I spend countless hours on the phone with people saying, "Hey, start measuring your part. Describe it to me over the phone. I can start making a CAD model, and we can kind of go from there." So
Okay.
I have no problem if any of you guys are like, "Hey, I kind of got an idea, but all I have is like a set of micrometers, and I can't really get the part off." I've definitely worked with that before. So to answer that question.
So,
CAD makes
guys,
it
there
much
you go.
easier, but I've done it without. So
Okay. All right. Well, guys, you heard it here, man. Ryan will make custom parts, guys. You don't have to go nuts looking for stuff for these old bikes that we all love, man. Obviously, it
yeah.
doesn't take 5 minutes to make it, but it takes time. But not as bad as you would think, probably, right, Ryan?
Well, yeah, it depends.
More intricate, obviously.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. It's a lot of it's setup time. That's the killer, is setting up the machines. It might take 10 minutes to run the part, but you might spend an hour and a half setting up tools, making the program. So it does have to offset itself with quantity unless you're in a pinch.
Let's see here. Paul Kaufman says this stuff's way above my pay grade. LOL. Hey man, that's what
Yeah,
Ryan's
yeah.
here for.
Well,
Paul,
the further you get into it, the more immersed you feel, and then it just becomes normal.
all
You
right.
know?
Uh, be cool to make a
Yeah,
custom
crappy
electric
belt
sled.
drive. Yeah, I hear you. The rarity is cool, but the belt drive turned a lot of people off. My fan. Or my myself. I'm kind of a fan of the belt drive. I like the torque converter setup on some of the stuff, like the old Polaris bikes, the two strokes. I was really a big fan of that stuff, for just
Yeah,
tooting around. The kids ride them and makes it easy. I guess
yeah, for like a
that's kind of
torque
what was cool
converter.
about the Taurus. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Southeast Vintage Cycle Rescue. He's been on here before. He says, "Are you
Uh,
self-taught in CAD?"
yes, I'm self-taught in CAD. I have Fusion 360. I started off with the free version. Uh, I moved on to the paid version, obviously, because I have a lot of the camming software and stuff that goes into it. But yeah, for the majority of it, I just started making parts and watching a couple YouTube videos, a couple of the Titans videos I used to watch, but I started my journey on the CAD before Titans was really kind of big. But it definitely helped. NYC CNC was another huge channel for me that helped me kind of move along with designing stuff and bringing it to life with CAD, because you might have an idea about designing something, but making it actually become reality is difficult with some of these guys, because just the way that you'd have to manufacture something has to be thought about also. You want to keep it affordable. You want to keep it cheap.
All
So
right. Michael says, "Do you get a delivery of those raw materials every few weeks? Huge blocks of aluminum and steel."
yeah, yeah. Here, actually, I got some stuff here. I'll show you guys.
Okay.
Here, got my son's bike in the way here.
Okay.
This is all the raw stock for the four caps.
Okay.
So this is how I order raw stock pre-cut. Um, these under here, these are all the blocks for actually some Kawasaki stator covers that I'm getting ready to make for the Takati. So I actually have, here's the original off the motor from that T3. And then these are samples. Got a lot of stuff here, man. These are 3D printed samples just to check fitment.
Okay.
Um, yeah. I mean, I print these gaskets. That way I can gasket match stuff, not to use as a gasket, but this is something that I
Safety.
can,
Yeah.
exactly. I can place it over. I can make sure everything's ideal. Um,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Cool.
actually, here you go, guys. This is a gear set from a grader. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Grandview Speedway over here. They do dirt races. But we do lots of gear repair here. Like I said, a lot of my bread and butter was always gears. So I'll take this stuff and make brand new things.
Hell yeah,
This is
that's
actually,
cool, man.
yeah, this is actually a chunk of brass that's pressed onto a steel shaft, and you can
Yeah, I see the
see
difference there, yeah.
something failed to where that it pressed itself into this face and just marred it. You can see where it swedged it up right here.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
that
cool.
I get a lot of stuff like that comes in for repair, one-off pieces. Um, and for those of you that might ask, something like this for me to recreate these two gears, you'd be looking at about $5,000, just in case. I know people are gonna ask, "Oh my God, that's so cool! How much is that?"
Yeah,
It gets expensive. Part of it's cast iron. It needs to be heat treated for the steel.
I'm
So
sure.
it does, yeah, it gets very involved with certain stuff. But
Um,
it's interesting. You get to learn every day.
we got my boy Stupid Fast John. It was on Quad Talk Live last week. John, what up? Uh, Wodar 54 MC. You have a Facebook page. Want to talk something with you? Yeah, you can look me up on there. It's MATTCOGS. Let's see here. Steve the Canadian. Not to get too personal, but how much is a box of blocks? Materials can be cheap in that bulk.
Um, Here, let's do this. I'll do this since we're live. I'll show you a day in the life. So what I'll do is I can actually pull up. So for instance, this job here. So I buy these as 3x3 raw squares.
Mm-hmm.
I get about 280 of these is $2,100. So to give you an idea, and this is what they are when they're finished. And this is actually I make these by the hundreds, and these get holes tapped in the side of them, and they become NFT sculptures that get shipped to Munich, Germany, Paris, France, all these crazy places. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I kind of forgot to cover that, but I really not, I don't know too much about those NFTs, but I have a customer that takes these and powder coats them and makes them into these ginormous 6, 8, 10 foot sculptures, and they get shipped overseas, and that's pretty neat to see. It's everything kind of comes to life. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, that's
these
cool.
are actually axle mounts for quarter midget go kart stuff. So these are for the
Okay.
kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what they are. Yeah,
Yep,
left turn
yep,
only, right? Yeah.
yep. Yeah, exactly. And
As a matter of
just
fact, Ryan, Stupid Fast John in the comments, he's actually, I see you got a lot of blaster stuff that you make over there. So, John, he makes a lot of billet blaster parts, man. Check it out. Ryan, you want to show John the blaster
well,
stuff again?
yeah, I don't actually sell any of this stuff, but this is all the blaster stuff. I do a lot of the work for HPM Power Sports, and they focus mainly on just blasters. So if you want any blaster stuff, you'd have to get it directly from him.
Okay.
But yeah, no, this is a ton of the stuff that I make for the blasters.
Okay.
A
All
lot of
right.
this stuff you see is actually customer parts. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
this is for a Jeep company. Um, so
Wow, that's a
it's just
nice
all
fit.
sorts of stuff.
That's a
Yeah.
nice fit. Holy shit.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, yeah. Oh dude, it's one of my favorites. The slip
Yeah,
fit.
stuff like that excites me, man.
Yeah, well you bolt this to
Exciting.
your intake, and then you slide this in, and once that's in, you bolt your Weber carburetor on top, and then you run your Willys Jeep. And
Okay.
yep,
Okay. All
yeah.
right.
So that's carburetor adapters. Yeah, all sorts of stuff, man. These are V
Okay.
bands for turbo diesels when you buy turbo kits.
Okay.
Um, I make all sorts of Caterpillar parts, which I don't have here, but I make tons of stuff like that. It's
All right.
I could go
Well,
on for days, man. It's all sorts of weird
yeah.
little stuff that I could just keep naming, I feel. So,
All right. Well,
yeah.
Rod, I'd like to thank you for coming on, man. And Stupid Fast John's asking your website. It's wintersmachining.com, correct?
Yes,
.com.
wintersmachining.com. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
And what's your YouTube channel, Ryan? Even though you haven't uploaded in a while, what do you got on there?
Um It should be under Winters Machining. Like I said, I really don't go on too much, but you could look it up. You'll see all sorts of stuff under Winters Machining. So
Okay. All right. Cool. All right, Ryan. Thanks for coming on, man. Thank you. Everybody in
yeah,
the
man, I
comments.
appreciate you having me. I do, and I appreciate you guys asking questions. I
Yeah.
do like to talk about it and kind of spill the history, and it's fun to show people this stuff because I'm just a guy that works out of his garage, and you'd be surprised. The country's the country the country's built on guys like this, just
Yeah.
guys out of their garage. So it's fun to do it, and I appreciate you having me on, man.
One thing, Ryan. I know Peyton. You don't need to know my last name. Asked this before. Are you going to make Tri-Z Kickstart side covers?
Nobody's asked before, but maybe that's something that I should look into. You know?
Send them
Yeah,
one. Send them one,
yeah.
man. His
That's
website.
that's the biggest way to do this. A lot of guys send me stuff. Lou Batello, Sky Tyler, he sends me tons of Goki stuff. So, it's a big part of the community that's had their hand in this. It's not just me. It's guys
Yeah.
like you, Matt. It's a bunch of other guys that send stuff, and really, that's the only way we're going to keep this stuff alive. So,
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah.
Derek Webster just made it. You're good, bro. You can rewatch it right now. But all right, Ryan, I will be in
Hey,
touch with you
man.
soon, sir.
Yep. Appreciate you
Thank you,
having me,
buddy.
dude.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. Thank you for coming on, man. Talk to
All
you
right.
guys in the next one.
Yeah. Thanks,
Peace.
brother.
Peace.